You're listening to Life Aquarian, a soul's journey through the human experience. And now, here's your host, Leanne.
Hello everyone, it is your host Leanne, and welcome to another episode of Life Aquarian. As I share my journey of spiritual growth, personal transformation, and my love of astrology, and all things woo. Today, we're going to be diving into the powerful energy of the Libra new moon and how we can use it to manifest balance, harmony, and beautiful relationships in our lives. So maybe you're feeling like certain areas of your life are out of balance, or maybe you're craving more peace in your relationships. Well, if that's the case, then this episode is for you, because Libra, the planet of love, ruled by Venus, ruling beauty, it teaches us how to bring more fairness, balance, and connection into our lives. So let's explore how this new moon can be a catalyst for powerful change right now, especially again in the area of relationships. That is the theme right now. So if you've been feeling a little out of sorts, maybe if you've been noticing that you're pouring in to a situation more than someone else is, if you're investing more, let me put it to you in this way. If you're not getting your return on your investment in your relationships, this is the kind of stuff that's coming to the surface right now for us to look at and investigate and evaluate. And the time is ripe for getting really clear on what we want to manifest in our lives. And one way that we can gain that clarity is when we notice things that are not what we want. That's a sign that something isn't in alignment with the intentions that we're setting. So that's really what we're looking at. So first, we're going to talk about what a new moon represents in astrology. Now, new moons are a time for new beginnings. This is a fresh, clean slate. And so I really like to use this opportunity to pull from the potent energy of new beginnings and the sign that the new moon is in to really plant seeds for my future. And this is like the universe saying, hey, what is it you want to create next? And every new moon carries the energy of the zodiac sign that it's in. And so, as I said before, right now we're in the sign of Libra, and it's all about balance and relationships, justice, and yes, beauty. I was thinking beautiful because Libras like for life to be a beautiful experience and will usually do whatever they can to avoid unpleasantness at any cost. Although with the fact that they are so focused on justice and fairness, sometimes this does mean that they are looking at things in life that are not beautiful, that are not fair, that are out of alignment with what it values. What makes this Libra new moon energy so special? Well, Libra is symbolized by the scales, and it governs fairness, harmony, and diplomacy. So when the moon is in Libra, we're given an opportunity to reflect on the areas of our lives that are out of alignment and that need to be reset, which is really important when it comes to our relationships. It doesn't matter if they're romantic, if they're friendships, if they're family, or even professional connections. This is a time when we can ask ourselves, are you being fair to yourself in your relationships? Is there a balance between what you give and what you receive? And are there any conflicts in your life that could use some of Libra's graceful diplomacy? That's one of the things I really love about Libra, is how diplomatic they can be and charming. And they're my favorite people because I feel like, at least textbook Libras, of course, there are exceptions to every rule, but the real essence of this energy is just easy. It's easy. It's so easy to get along with. They're not looking for a fight. They really just want to have a good time and enjoy life. And for life to be just this beautiful, harmonious, wonderful experience. And I like that because when everyone else around them may be nitpicky or grumpy, they're not. And I like that. It's refreshing. It's a nice change of pace. Libra has a strong connection to beauty. So this new moon is a wonderful time to not just manifest more external beauty, but inner beauty as well. Because, everything really does start internally. And when you are feeling more relaxed, when you are feeling more peaceful about your life and who you are and what you have and just your circumstances in general, that radiates outward and it causes you to glow. You might be feeling right now, this has been going on in my house actually, you might be feeling like you want a little bit of a refresh in your space, that you want to make your surroundings more beautiful or more comfortable. This is a really great time to do that. So again, like inwardly and outwardly, it's a great time to not just spring clean our homes, but spring clean our thoughts and release any negative thoughts or emotions that we may be having right now about people, our relationships, or situations that we currently find ourselves in. Right, now let's get into the juicy part, which is what I call the new moon manifesting party. We can call it a new moon ritual, whatever we want to call this. And I have to give some credit to Jan Spiller, who wrote the book New Moon Astrology that I bought in February of 2010. And really, that kickstarted this whole process for me. Now, I've changed it. I've adopted new ways of doing this, but I still use some of Jan's basic rules of the road, as she calls it. We're going to go over that right now. So what we really want to think about here is writing. That's rule number 1. You want to handwrite your wishes. We're going to be writing this down. I'm taking you through an exercise that I do every new moon. I have a special journal just for this, and I just got a brand new one. It was so beautiful. It has a beautiful mermaid on it. It's foil cover. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Flame Tree that created this journal, and it's pretty. And the one that I had before this was a peacock, and I think I used it for 4 years, and I just got a new one. And we're starting with the new moon in Libra. So, and we were just talking about beauty, and this is such a beautiful journal. So, number 1, we want to hand write our wishes. Very important. I know with computers, we can all type so fast, but there's just something about the power when we put pen to paper and we move it with intention as we're thinking about what we're bringing into our lives. Number 2, how we write these wishes is important. And this is where I change things up a bit, because I want to write them as if it is happening for me now. It's not something that I want to manifest, because she uses the word want a lot. What we know about words at this point, if you've been on a manifesting journey for a while, you know that the universe does not distinguish between don't and no and that sort of thing. It's the energy of it. So when we say words like want is really indicating lack, because it means we don't already have it and we don't get what we want. We get what we are. So it's really helpful to state our wishes in a way that symbolizes we have it right now. Because, ask, believe, receive are the key points to manifesting. And so part of believing is having faith that it's already yours right now. And then number 3, we want to make sure that we have more than one wish. So there's enough energy to fuel these intentions out into the universe, but we don't want to have more than 10 because we don't want to be too scattered. So I'm just going to give you some examples that you could use in different categories to give you some ideas. And maybe you're thinking of something that is totally different than anything I'm about to say here, and that's fine. And maybe you want to tweak the language here. Totally cool. This is your practice. Do it in a way that feels more in alignment to you. I'm just giving you like basic rules, and I'm giving you examples, and you can do with that what you will. So Number 1, my relationships are harmonious and filled with mutual respect and understanding. I effortlessly attract partnerships that are supportive, loving, balanced, and help me grow. I maintain balance in my personal and professional life, ensuring time for rest, creativity, and fun. I communicate clearly and compassionately, fostering harmony in all of my relationships. My home and workspace are beautiful and organized, reflecting the peace within me. I release any relationships that no longer serve my highest good with love and gratitude. I invite in relationships that encourage my growth and align with my values. All of my relationships are built on love, respect, and mutual understanding. I attract peaceful, fair, and harmonious connections into my life. My inner peace reflects in my outer world, creating balance and beauty in all I do. I make fair and just decisions that honor the highest good for all involved. My life flows effortlessly between giving and receiving, work and rest, action and reflection. I attract loving and supportive relationships that nourish my soul. I release any relationship patterns that are no longer in alignment with my highest self. So ways that you can harness this Libra new moon energy: set some relationship goals. For me, I've been setting the intention of manifesting more friendships, more connections. And this is the perfect time for me to really double down on that intention. So this is a great time to reflect on what it is you desire in your relationships. If there's healing needed in the relationships you already have, it's a great time to do some forgiveness work and to really have understanding and compassion if people aren't able to meet you where you're at. And just because they're not able to meet you where you're at, you can love them and send them on their way. You don't have to keep pouring into them, and you don't have to feel guilty for leaving them be and just setting your intention elsewhere. It's okay. It's not a big deal, and it's not about you, and it doesn't mean that you're not enough and you're not doing enough or anything else like that. It just may not be the right time. It just may not be the right time, and maybe there won't be, and that's okay. Something else will come in to take its place. This is a great time to really seek balance and look at areas in your life where balance is needed, whether it's self-care or work-life harmony or emotional balance. Set clear intentions to restore that balance into your life. It's a good time to focus on beauty, whether you're beautifying your surroundings, whether you're making art, home decor, whether you're doing something to level up yourself or your glow up. This is a great time to focus on your glow up. And let me tell you this, if you were feeling any sort of anxiety in your relationship, especially if it is romantic, one way to shift the power in that dynamic is to take the focus off them, how they're not showing up for you, how they're not pouring into you, any of the other complaints you may be having. Just take the focus off of what's not working, what they're not doing, etc., and put it back on yourself. Put it back on doing things that light you up, that make you feel good, that make you feel pretty, that make you feel desirable. And then that relationship is going to shift. It's going to allow what it is you're wanting to see into your life. And then lastly, practicing diplomacy. If there are any conflicts or misunderstandings in your life, you can really call upon Libra's diplomatic energy to address them with fairness and a calm, peace-loving approach. The Libra new moon's energy is going to help us all create a life filled with balance, beauty, and harmony. And by aligning your wishes and intentions with these themes, you can bring a sense of peace and elegance into all areas of your life. So I'm curious, what is the main intention? Share how many you like, actually. Share an intention that you're setting right here, right now, for the new moon in Libra, and comment down below wherever you're seeing this podcast. Let's give each other some ideas, because by sharing, sharing is caring, right? By sharing, we can inspire one another. Remember, you're not on this journey alone. I really want to encourage you to connect with me, connect with each other. Send me a message. There are several ways that you can do that. You can find me on Instagram. I'm Life Aquarian over there. On Facebook, I'm Life Aquarian 1111. Life Aquarian on YouTube. And you can even email me, lifeaquarian@gmail.com. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your beautiful energy with me today during this powerful Libra new moon. And I will talk to you all in the next chat. I'm calling it a chat because who knows how this information is coming to you. Happy manifesting.